omudumizi bw'aba mukama kulembedde embeera bwekuwamba kanaawo giwamba amayengo tegakutiisanga.
From the last episode, we were saying we have a goal of 200 subscribers. We got this.
Yeah. Thank you
so much for 200 subscribers, and we can't wait to push on. That's how we shall reach 1K and 1 M and 1 billion.
We need to be the first people to hit 1 billion subscribers. I think there's no YouTube that has that
it's
much.
There.
1 billion?
Yes.
Subs?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Beast.
Wow. But does it hit 1 billion?
Yes.
Subscribers?
I think he hits 1 billion.
Let's not market him here even. And it takes 200. 1 billion plus 200.
Wow. So, we've been busy up and about, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But we got a friend asking us some few questions, and then we thought beyond answering her, we also have an audience where we share some of our conversations and all that. So she came and she posed us some questions like, Deborah, how did you people confirm? Like, how do you come up to this noble conclusion? Because it's a lifetime decision by the time you step up and say, this is my partner. So how do you, seems of something like a complicated decision to make, or to some people it is such a big, okay, it is a big deal everywhere, and it is a big deal to everyone, but then some people can't see themselves easily coming up to that conclusion that, you know what, I'm settling for this one. Matter of fact, people change boyfriends, people change girlfriends, people do what they call trial and error.
Yeah.
So let me try here. If it fails, I push on. If it fails, they're just trying their luck. You know, that's how they know how best to do this. And I think some people use that. That's a try and error. So wherever they go and then they are treated right. Okay. I don't know. I can't be sure. I am not a person who tried, so you get.
Well.
This is so funny and it's so interesting. But I didn't even have a proper answer. I honestly don't know if we even answered. Did we even answer her like to the satisfaction that she wanted? I don't know. But
probably she watched this video and
so we probably
shine
thought
more light about it.
So we probably thought, we may not have the know-it-all of this,
but just based on ours,
and we share how our journey was.
It's ways
on that. So maybe
it's ways of people like a couple like us, when we are sharing these things, to not put them forth as blueprints. It's just our own version, but you're free to go your way, how you feel led by the teaching you get from your church. By the way, this channel is not affiliated to even our church. It's just us as a family. So whatever we do, probably this is just us. Don't think, oh, this is how your pastor taught them, things like that. No. But so that's it. Otherwise, sharing from our experience is going to be just like us.
Yes, just us. Like I said, it's not a blueprint. It's
exactly.
not a blueprint.
There could be things you want to do better in your own version as you're going to approach it, but we don't have any regrets as to how we did our thing because we put God first. You know, anything that has God first, you may not have approached your pastor first, but if you approached God first and you are really in a relationship with God, trust me, whatever you go through is led. And by the time you get to your pastor, you're going to find that the issues are aligned. I want to say that there is a situation that I pray every man, every woman comes to when getting ready for marriage. And that is a point of surrendering to God. Because if you're not in a relationship with God, which relationship are you going to pursue? Because I mean, a relationship that you're going to pursue without having a relationship with God is more or less carnal, you understand? So, but when you start with a relationship with God, it trains you patience, it trains you love, how to love others, maybe how to have those gifts of the Holy Spirit. So as He's training you, then you can pursue a relationship with another person when you are confident that you can do this, because you are not alone.
I think that applies to, okay, now some people are just follow their guts, others trust more in their pastors. So matter of fact, they may not even have pursued it by themselves, but as long as their pastor recommends, sells the deal. You get? Yeah, but it's in now our conversation would relate more to someone with a personal relationship with Christ. Then you will come to appreciate this.
Good point. By the way, she has mentioned something very important. There are people who have built a very good relationship with their pastor. Very good relationship. Like at the quickest of attempts, you want to include him in the conversation. Please go there like as quick as you feel it. But if you know your pastor is such a person whom probably you're still trying to connect with, won't you get married? Won't you start doing something? Won't you go? Probably you've just joined a church far from your original home church, and there you've met someone like, and you cannot meet some pastor that you really feel comfortable with. Please, that can only hold you if you found someone you love. Like, you may not approach it in a straightforward way, but as you start the process with the basics, because I believe that communication is the basic way of contact. Like that's how we start. Communication. So when you're talking with someone, you don't have to think too deep.
I think we want to hear Mr. Mwesigo.
Yes, please. Thank you for the opportunity, Mrs. Mwesigo.
You're narrating to me.
Yeah, so Mrs. Mwesigo, let me tell you something.
Tell me.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Okay, you tell me. Tell me something.
So, by the time I prayed, I was serious, friends, because I had reached a level. God showed me that you can't do it on your own. That one, I will not tell that story. She knows it, but God really showed me that you cannot. You reach a time and everything you are trusting that helps you get quick access to something, like fails you, and all you're left with is questions like, why am I failing at every attempt? Like, that's how the mess was. But the problem was not me. I realized it. It was the character that God wanted to build in me. Like, the problem was not literally that, oh, now I'm unlikable. Like, the devil was whispering things. But then I took a pause back and said, but wait a minute. Have I put right things?
How was this journey for you to the point of confirming and zeroing down to this person that this is it, I'm confirming it, and it's a yes for me, and it's a no going back for me, it's a life deal?
All right. Yeah. Thank you for that opportunity, Mrs. Mwesigo. But I wanted you to say, for this person, you were pointing on the pillow.
Okay. Okay, Mr. So how was it for you to come down to this conclusion that it is this person?
Yes. So while I was praying, I felt led. I remember one time I was seriously in prayer, and one of my prayer points was a partner. And I remember being led. And that time I went to a church where I had never gone. And then I attended a sermon, but I had gone there with the purpose of God answering, with
you were
with hope, with hope that God will answer my prayer. So I come back and I'm there at home. Then weeks later we start talking. And when we continued talking, I realized that you pray from there when I asked you. Then I said, I think it now connects, it resonates.
Like your inspiration made sense at that
because
point.
I felt a pull towards that church.
Okay.
And that was a sign for me, number one. So I said, this person must be special.
Okay.
And then I started going about it still prayerfully. I wasn't rushing in my words, was I?
Oh, please. No.
Was I? I think it took over 4 months before even I told you anything. Was it 4 months or?
No, I think it was
2 weeks.
No, it went for a month and few weeks.
Okay.
That you communicated it clear, and then when I asked for some time.
But we were talking every day.
Yeah, matter of fact, we were talking every day, but just on texts.
Just on text.
Yeah, texting on WhatsApp, texting on Facebook, texting on SMS.
Okay,
no
whichever
calls.
means, and we went on and on for months.
Yeah.
Before we got to speaking about my intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started now, when I got that first sign, I wanted a second sign, and prayerfully I believed God to vindicate it, and that second sign was someone who would read the book that I read and found very
a book, Mr. Mwesiga, people need to know that it was a book you were inspired to buy from Kampala.
Yes.
Mr. Mwesiga was along the streets of Kampala. I was like, let me pass by this bookshop. He gets a book.
There were books about business, books about remote work. I bought one remote work book, I think. I think that's not the very day, but there are many books, as you know, those bookshops. But I picked a book about marriage, visionary marriage. And that's the book I took home. I said, God has a reason why I found interest in.
How long ago had you bought it, like before we met?
Okay, now it was like 4 months, because I took like 4 months to read that book.
To complete
it, yeah.
So you bought it at a time when you were in your prayer time, like praying for a partner?
Actually, not 4 months. Yeah. Around 4 months. Around 4 months or more.
Okay.
Not just 4 months, like 4, 5.
Okay, I think we get a clear picture. If it's not a year.
It's not a year, but I had the book. But I had read it and gotten to love its principles.
Okay.
And the ideas therein. And I said, if she reads this book,
that was your second confirmation. Okay.
And then agrees with the teaching about marriage, because it was all scriptural.
Yeah.
Apart from a few things that you would say we differ in thought, but the scriptural part of things, trust me, I was agreeing to it. And so I gave you that book, and you go read it, and I was just anticipating to your feedback. And then you came back and told me it was so nice. And that you wanted to reread it.
Yeah, I had asked him for that book. Okay, he asked me. He told me about a book he had read, and I felt the urge to read it. So he shared it with me. So I go ahead and read the book, and I think I completed it in a few weeks' time.
You completed it.
Yeah, I would read a book. I wouldn't go 3 weeks reading the same book, I think. Matter of fact. Much as I was busy, much as I had a busy, like, my normal day schedule, but still, I didn't go beyond 3 weeks reading the book.
That was good.
Yes, so the book was great. And if you want to read it, if you're a reader, please look up for it.
I realized later on, as I was coming towards marriage, there are things I started making research about and learning. And one of the things I learned is that actually marriage is a daily work or acceptance. Like you renew your vows every other day, because it's a typification of Christ and the church. You don't base on your yesterday how you lived with Christ. It's a daily communion.
There was an era of my life, I think it was life shortly after campus. My big sister gets to recommend to me certain books to read. Now, there were books about dating, there were books about, developing as a lady and getting to grow and being also futuristic, like what kind of person do you want? What kind of person do you want to meet? Things like that. So that book came in that time. Yes, I can reach out to a few books that my sister shared with me, but then that one also followed in line. So it came in at the time when I was just reading about.
All those are good signs, connecting things together.
Yeah. Yeah, so I liked the book because it found me in the same spirit, like
the same spirit Rebecca was in when Eliezer found her.
Let's proceed.
The spirit of going to the well.
Okay.
To fetch water for the camels. Anyway, good. That was the second.
So that was your second time.
Yeah.
Okay, proceed.
Then I go ahead. Of course, we had already. There are many things that connected our previous leadership. Alumni.
Sorry to cut you, Mr. Masigo. So after the confirmation of the book that I read it and I liked it and we reviewed it together. By the way, we reviewed it together. What was your confirmation? Like, rate your confirmation by percentage that this is the person for you.
Now, of course, after the vast conversations, late conversations, we used to speak late night, but through texts most of the time. And of course, you are calling it late night, but we used to speak up to our time. You used to sleep early.
No. Okay.
By 10 you used to go to bed.
That was the time I would come on phone, mind.
Okay, yeah.
Honestly, we really created time to talk because having busy days, first of all, we would only talk in the lunch break.
You had to finish chores before
I get home. That was the time I was staying with my sister. I get home in the evening. I help with chores. I get to help with the children. We have supper. After supper, we do some general cleaning, like kitchen cleaning, and you go shower. And by the time you resort to your room, it's around 10. And that's when we pick up our conversation.
Okay, I remember. And it used to go around up to like midnight.
Yeah, around that.
So it was a bit like late time, but most of the time we used to pray together, discuss about different things, our faith and beliefs and principles. This was a very intentional journey. Let me just share something to maybe help someone out there. Before I actually started my relationship with you, there's a time I walked to a couple friend of mine at church and I found them seated and talking. They were talking for hours and hours in space at church. Very free. And this is the concept I always believed in, because fellowship is the reason marriage was created. Nothing else. Let them not tell you anything else. The other things are secondary. The basis on which marriage was built is fellowship, just fellowship. The rest is just elements.
Okay.
And so when I saw their fellowship, I said, what a foundation. I came to them, walked to them, I told them, this is what I agree with, this is what I'm going to practice. And I was very serious, and they are my friends, they know it. And so I asked him, but it is tricky. How do you communicate like this for a period of say months and months before you get married and not fall in temptation? The brother was spiritual. He told me, we discussed a lot about the word, and I said, wow, I'd never thought that jazz would flow like that. Means you need someone who loves the word.
Oh yes.
And so it became part of my list. Yes, somebody who loves the word, to speak about the word. We will talk about a story, but rotate around the word, and trust me, that's how our conversations were for a long time, months and months, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because even when we bring in the book and the things that happen in daily lives, we conclude by saying, we thank God for Christianity. So it was such a good thing, a good foundation for conversation, because you cannot, again, you can't enter into marriage without a foundation for fellowship. Because this is the same person you're going to sit with at home. Now you see why people fought in COVID and did a lot of violence. It's because people got married, but they had never thought of it in their lives, that they will be idle. No working, they're at home. I mean, that is something dangerous, by the way, because you find you cannot sustain a conversation with your partner for 3 hours. Like, you cannot be there and you've done everything and you don't want to watch movies, you want to talk. Like, you can't do that. And so those are things that are coming up, you know. There could be something, and internet is shut for 3 days, but are you going to be able to communicate? So the foundation to me was very important, in that these days it's something that is actually paid off, because we can have 4 hours on a weekend where we've finished things that we are supposed to do. We can have a conversation, and before we know it, we say, how come it's now 3 hours?
Yeah, that's true.
You see, so that one is how I got to approach it.
All right. So, was the book like your final confirmation?
No, it was part, but the final. The final was because by the time I did all that and there were signs, I really wanted to see how real your personality was. That's book thing, all of it came before I got the guts to vow, but I knew there was something here. But then what I waited for was the last sign that I wanted was to ask. It was just a sign of acceptance. Because you can do all these things and call them signs, but then you try to pop your question and someone turns it down. So I wanted the sign of acceptance.
Okay, the next thing you wanted to know if you were accepted, right?
Yeah. But I had made up my mind even before the book, based on the values, the principles, the beliefs we hold in common, because those are things I addressed, like I talked about in depth in the very first weeks when we discussed. So the year we spent in talking was just saying, okay, this was real, because it keeps going, it's effortless.
Yeah.
You know, because you cannot fake certain things. Like there's something that can expose you. You cannot say you love football, yet you don't love it.
You have to be ready.
Because somebody will be in your face every time. Have you seen what is on the fixed? Have you? I mean, you have to be sustainable. You have to sustain that conversation for a whole year.